Ah, sorry about that. I had to walk on the other side, man, and grab my coffee. I left it over on the desk. I'm still trying to get that morning Joe in me. You know what I mean?
I totally understand. Hey, Stick, I got a question for you, man. On the, it's a long tube that's being used in the boxes now. I noticed on your 6-pill straight driver. What the hell is that long tube right there? Is that the tuner part of it or something?
That's an output tuner, man. It's for tuning out the output. That way you can dial it in, man, instead of just using a doorknob or fixed capacitance. Because a lot of times what happens, man, is you need that tune that's in between what you could go out there and buy for capacitors, man. So that's what it is. It's just a tuning capacitor that handle, depending on which one you get, some of them handle 5,000 volts, some of them handle 7,500 volts. So it depends on which one you get.
Gotcha. All right, I knew I asked the right man. All right, man, because that kind of screwed my head up one time. I was like, wait a minute. What the hell is Stick doing now? He's experimenting with something. But yeah, man, okay. All right. That sounds right. I'm done.
Yeah, usually 8 pills and above is standard in those. And 6 pills, the only time I put them in those is when it's a comp. That way we can really dial it in. But normally 6 pills you can get away with just fixed capacitance and be fine with that. But yeah, that's what it does. It just allows you to fine-tune stuff out there. Tempo?
Yeah, tempo. All right. Well, damn it, man. I appreciate that info there, Roger.
Hey, Roger. No problem, man. Well, I appreciate you giving me the radio check this morning, man, on this Louisiana Yakimo. That's what I'm going to call it there, Roger.
10-4. Well, I'm going to be listening out for it, man. I tell you, man, that that bad boy sounded good in my receive, man. No doubt about it. Happy Turkey Day wave to you, Stickman. Sounded good, man. No doubt.
All right there, Mr. Mo Money. You have a super fine Thanksgiving yourself also, man. I don't know what you got up your sleeve today to do. I'm just going to be piddling around the house a little bit. I don't know what I'm going to get myself into, but that's all I'm going to do, you know. Maybe watch a little football, eat me a little turkey, and just hang out. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, okay, since you said that right there, my brother, are you going to be home today in reference to me stopping through and talking to you about some things there, Roger?
I probably will be, but I can't guarantee you what time I'm going to be up this afternoon, because you got to remember, I do that graveyard thing, so I kind of been out here since about 2 in the morning there, Roger.
Yeah, tempo. All right, well, you got my number and everything, right? So just text me if you're going to be at the house. Nah, hell no. I'm going to text your ass.
You'd be better off just calling my landline, man. I mean, because it doesn't take text on the landline. So, yeah, just dial me up, man. I mean, I'm thinking probably around 8-ish, 8:30. I'm going to go in there and lay down until probably about noon. And then probably get up from there. Because I think the football games are coming on this afternoon. And I'm going to watch those too, I'm kind of into that.
Yeah, 410. All right, man. Well, I ain't going to hold you up. All right, my brother, but you take it easy. Stickman, always sounding good. Mo Money waving once again. Have a blessed day, my brother.
All right, then, Mr. Mo Money. No two doubts about it. We'll put it on you a little later. You know who it is. Your friend on the other end. They call me Mr. Stickman down south, working this Louisiana Yakimo, and I'm standing by.
And there it is.
Just test driving your unit here, Brian. Just making sure everything's good to go with it. Of course, there ain't much happening at 6 o'clock in the morning up here in Maryland. Another thing that gives me the opportunity to show some guys some new stuff on my iPad, man. I know I told a couple cats down there in Jamaica, they've been asking me some questions about the iPad stuff, and I told them I've moved a little bit on from the iRig. I'm still using the same program, the Start Box, man, but I went and bought one of these docking stations off of Fleabay, Laces or something, IODock. Basically, this is an old one for like the iPad 2. I have the iPad Air 2, iPad Air 2 now, or iPad 2 Air, or whatever the hell they call it. But so I had to buy a plug to go into my FireWire because the older ones used a big plug and the newer ones used a FireWire plug. But I just went up to Best Buy, bought an adapter, and did it this way. Plus, it's more convenient for me because I can prop it up where in most of these stocking stations it just lays down. But I picked this thing off of Fleabay for like $50. They go for like $200 new, but Stickman's a cheap bastard. You know, I do some shopping, but it's got all kinds of stuff on it. I don't know how well I can get around here to the back, but you got two microphone inputs right there. Your adjustments, it does fan and power. You can also hook this into video. That's what the yellow thing's RCA jack's for. On and off. And then you got two outputs. Oh, where am I at? Hold on, let me get two outputs. I'm utilizing just one of them right now. It's got your adjustments for each input. Then you got a main adjustment over on the side here for your output, plus headphone monitoring right there if you want to headphone monitor it. One thing about the docking station I know is I don't have to use the one-to-one transformer with it because it's actually built into the unit, which is great. Other than that, that's what I'm using. I got me a new mic, an RE320 with a boom, of course. I'm using that now. So I've got the iPad and that together. I mean, that's what most of the Watergates, if you catch me out there in DX land or one of the guys are Watergating me, this is what I've been using. I've been using this for about, I don't know, 4 or 5 months now. I still go back to my iRig because there's certain radios that the iRig likes that this doesn't seem to go with. Now, I don't know if it's, you know, it could be me setting everything up, you know, not having enough time to do it because I'm always so busy in the shop. But, you know, I use, I mean, I primarily use this. Everybody knows I work iPad audio. You know, I say it all the time. And then it's just like, just a key up box into Brian's Yaesu. And I'm going through the patch in the back of the radio with all this. So, you know, that's pretty much what we're doing now, man. And like I said, you can still, you know, I'm not down in the iRig or anything. I just get a little bit better audio with the iDock. It's 24-bit at 96 kilohertz rate. I really never found any substantial information on what the bit rate was on the iRig. The other thing too is this is pure digital coming out of here, where with the iRig you're taking digital, converting it to analog to put it into the radio. So it's not true all digital. Don't know how much that plays into our part. I just know that, you know, when I went this route and when I first fired it up, everybody was like, they thought I got a new radio or something. And all I did was put the iDock in line. You know, I had to do some retuning as far as my gains were concerned, but as far as what I run for the settings in here, I really didn't have to change any of them. I just had to retune the gains because it was just too much gain with, I guess, pure digital. But there you go. I figured I'd throw this one out there for the guys down in Jamaica. They asked me questions, you know, set up stuff. They also asked me how Stickman knows what his audio sounds like. Well, this is how Stickman knows what his audio sounds like. I just use an old Cobra 25. It's not even hi-fi modded, man. I mean, no coax going to it. I got a set of Sony broadcast monitoring headphones. That's what I use. Damn alarm went off. But just got power going to the radio. Like I said, as you see, no coax. And that's pretty much what I do, man. Now, I know a lot of the hi-fi guys, you know, they'll use a hi-fi setup to do their stuff. You know, I'm not down in that. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm a CB shop, and sometimes I have to talk to local people out there that don't have hi-fi receive in their radio. And with you get pumping up too much bass into them, man, they don't really understand you. Now the hi-fi guys do. So when DX rolls, I pump the bass up just a little bit. When it's the locals, you know, I cut it back some because their radios don't like that stuff. But this is how I get that hi-fi sound all around, man. You know, for everybody to enjoy, and it works out great. And you know, my primary radios, I mean, everybody knows it's either my Madison, which is back here, one of them, my Yakimo, which is sitting right here right now because Brian's is up being tested, and then my Grant. So it's usually one of my three as far as hi-fi. Occasionally I'll grab my 29 over there, which is right there. I use the 29 and the Grant and the Madison will usually be used with my motor mouth mall modulator. With the Grant and the Madison over here, I can actually go either between direct inject or the modulator, and I go both ways. I mean, sometimes I just don't use the modulator. I set the modulator in a drawer over there for right now because I don't have enough room with the Yakimo in line. But there you go, fellas. That's how we're doing the iPad now, man, with an iDock. Now, you can buy these to fit the newer iPads, but I went used because it was a better deal instead of spending $200. So just giving you a little lowdown. The other thing too that's cool about these docking stations, I didn't show you this on this side, but you can tap this into your computer too. I haven't tried that yet. And then you can also hook in instruments, media, whatever they call it. I don't know that much about that stuff, but you can also hook that kind of stuff into it too. So I don't know. I use my mixer. I mean, I come out of here into my mixer right here with the iPad, and then my computer, which is here, goes into my mixer also, and that's how Stick can play some sound effects over the air, you know, and have a good time with that. Basically, I just use this program here, Virtual DJ, and you know, we play anything we want, music, sound effects. I mean, you know, I've got, oh my gosh, I got probably 5,000 to 6,000 sound effects, and then monitor everything with the REA software, which I've showed before. I mean, I've got this Yaesu pumped up a little bit right now because some local CBer said it sounded tight. I ran the mic gain up, but you know, normally when I'm out there talking, I don't do that. But you know, these CBers, you know, they all like distortion, so you got to throw some of that into their ear hole. But there you go, guys. That's what Stick's now doing with the iPad. And Brian, we've got your radio online, and I mean, this thing is really, it's really got some great receive, man. It's actually got better receive than mine. I'm really, really impressed. I was listening to some guys earlier. I was hoping they were going to still be in there for Baltimore, which Baltimore is a good 80 miles from me. Here we go. Oh, I thought somebody was going to jump in there. But I mean, this thing's really, really hearing good. Let's see if we can catch any truckers on 19. It's Thanksgiving morning, so I don't know who we're going to find. Let's try the bowl. And yeah, it's Thanksgiving morning, so I doubt we're going to find too much traffic out there. But the guys, there's two channels that these guys in Baltimore hang on. One of them, I believe, is 21, or it's 22 and 23, somewhere in there. But I'm not, they were in there, I don't know, half an hour or so ago. Nope. But this thing's really got some good receive in it. I mean, the guy I was just talking to, he's probably 20 miles north, maybe 15 miles north of me. And, I mean, he was touching the 9, so that just tells you how good the receive is. 30 is the eastern shore to me. I mean, they're not even putting a signal on me and I can hear them. This thing's really got some really good receive. Thanksgiving morning, so I didn't figure we'd catch too many people on the air. But there you go, Brian. Along with a little iPad stuff in there for you guys. We'll see you, Stickman, at the No Name MCB shop, and we're gone.